we run more 5-on-5 in practice than we do 7-on-7, just to create enough space. Makes your defense have to work harder. They have longer distances that they need to slide to get there for the double team. And in this sense, you can do a lot of this and continue to do it to give them a feel for it. One of the things that you can't see as they're running this drill without putting defense in is how they get or create themselves as an outlet. Because when there's no defense on, if Alex is coming up to get the ball, she would just be able to take a step or two and she's going to be able to receive it. In this case, when Kelsey is on her, Alex wants to make sure she's going to come much wider. She's going to come high and hard again with her outside hand up to receive the ball. It's going to create space, give her room from Kelsey, okay, and then it's going to enable a safe pass. So often you see when you're trying to run an offense, you've got a player with the ball who's under pressure, and now you've got this outlet. Kelsey's probably going to hang back closer to the 8 because she's going to be worried about the ball driving to cage. She might actually be engaged in a double team. You've got this player here that's open, and she's yelling, got waving her stick, and she's, I'm open, I'm open, I'm open. Player with the ball knows she can't get the ball there. So she's got to come high and hard, is what we're always saying. She may have to almost come all the way up equal, even maybe above the height of the ball to get a safe pass in order to keep her defender from creating a double team and or to cut off her defender when she goes to receive. So girls, as you go to help, make sure that you are getting up and around. You're already doing a great job getting outside here. All right, so let's give this a go. Same concepts, okay, just exchanges and looking to drive. And now if you have a lane, you can go. Okay, defense, let's try a little talking too. All right, here we go. Keep on, girls. You're doing a fantastic job. Notice, the offensive players, heads up. They're really keeping their eye on the ball. Okay. One of the things that, okay, girls, hold up 1 second. One of the reasons why we call this talk less is more is because less really is more in offense. If there is so much movement and no time to see what's happening around you, then you create more problems. So I'm constantly saying, do less. Stand still for a second. Take a look at what is there. See where the person with the ball is going. Take a look at your defender. What is she doing? Does she even know what you're doing? Does she have her head turned? Is she staring at the ball carrier? Can you backdoor her? All of those things. So as you can see that all of the girls on the outside, the attackers, they're moving, yet they're not just running all over the place, and we have not had one cut through the middle. We asked if anyone tried to go to goal. So now you guys ready? If you want to go to goal, let's see if you can get a shot off. All right, here we go. Nice cut. Careful you don't have too many in one spot. Stay with it. All right. Well done.
Yeah, good. Let's talk a little bit further about the outlets and kind of explain those. Outlets are really important. Most of the time in the younger levels, the recs, 8th grade and under, you see a lot of people cutting the goal when somebody needs help. And they really think that they're open, they're asking for the ball. So most of the movement on offense is actually along the perimeter, along the outside, and less inside. Who has the ball? Bring it back up here with Brittany, please. The younger players need to release the pressure before they pass and release the pressure to receive. And what that means is when you talked about getting high, coming to the ball. Use, some of you guys heard me talk earlier, but use little phrases that make sense to accomplish what you need, rather than saying like a whole explanation. So what we say is get to the stick. So just stand there like you're facing the goal. It's Corey's job to get to that stick. I don't know your name on defense. Just step up like you're a step away, and you kind of do the same thing. You're not intercepting the pass, but you're putting some pressure on it. All right, right now, this is a risky pass if Corey stays where she is and Brittany stays where she is. There's a defender on ball who's got to stick with some reach, and there's a defender who's ready to go for that as well. Brittany needs to release the pressure to make the pass there. She needs to take a step and curl to where she wants to go. At the same time, Corey needs to do the same. So they literally go away from the defense and get a nice clean pass off. We would say make it a sure thing. No defense, no sticks in between that line where the ball has to travel. And that's a hard thing to teach. Here's what we see a lot that you guys can help your team with. Pitch in like to about the 8. Put pressure on the ball. Obviously not taking it. So we see this a lot, where Corey's actually asking for the ball and Brittany's there. This is a really hard pass. If Corey actually catches this, there's somebody already on her. So she doesn't have the opportunity to square the goal and collect her thoughts with the ball. So she needs to pop out, get to the stick, and make it a sure thing. You can explain it to your kids that way. You know, help your buddy. She's doing her job. She's drawing her defense out. Help her get the ball to you by moving to her.
Yeah, and in combination, ball carrier may be backing out of trouble. She made an attempt to go. Sarah's got good defense on, not a real confident attacker. She's going to back out of trouble, and her help is going to keep coming. And then again, once she makes that pass, then it's going to be responsibility. She's going to have to do something else.
Yeah, you'll see it a lot once you start to recognize it. If Corey has the ball, step into the 8. Let's say she tried to make a move, good defense, she got stopped, and she automatically starts looking for a pass right here. Yes, she should be looking for the pass, but the first thing she should do is clear herself. She's got to be in a position to make a pass, so she has to get herself in that position, which is release the pressure, go high. Well, in the outlet sometimes, Jen, you can cut through, because this is what happens a lot as well. Britt, you come out. Let's say Alex has cut through the middle. One of these, flat cuts that are very difficult. And she was now going to become the outlet, so filling up here out. What happens a lot as well in outside stuff right there. The person with the ball gets antsy and hits her with the pass while she's still in here. So it's also the passer's responsibility to let her partner free herself up. All right, again, if Alex catches this with all this pressure on her, 1, she can't do anything with it, and 2, it's probably going to get knocked out of her stick. So we teach the outlet person with the ball, go up and curl. Wait until the person has their shoulders square to them so that they're square to the goal in their next step. A lot of times people will hit a cutter while they're running away from the goal, and it's kind of the same concept. So what can she do with this ball right now? Especially if the defense is tight. So then she catches it looking away from the goal and has pressure on her. So have the ball handler wait and allow the outlet to get her shoulders square, and so in her second step with the ball, she's facing the goal. I think that on that? Yeah. And those are a lot of little details with outlets, but outlets are so important. I think it's a part of the game where the younger guys don't pick up as much. They all want to go get that goal.
And they can't come high enough. I mean, I say, even when I'm watching them, they're sort of like, they're doing it. They know their defense right now isn't playing that hard on them. They really are going to have to enforce them getting up,